नमस्कार, वेलकम टू द स्पेशल एडिशन ऑफ वाइड एंगल विद अशोक व्यास। आज हम संगीत की दुनिया में जब प्रवेश कर रहे हैं तो हमारा स्वागत करने के लिए एक स्वागत द्वार पर विज्ञान भी है और एक ऐसा बहुआयामी प्रतिभा से संपन्न व्यक्तित्व है जिन्होंने बड़े दिग्गजों के साथ में एक वैज्ञानिक के रूप में कार्य करने से पहले आईआईटी में शिक्षा प्राप्त की और क्या क्या पार्थसारथी मुखोपाध्याय के जीवन में जुड़ा हुआ है वो सब समन्वित हो जाता है और एक मधुरता को लेकर पहुंचता है म्यूज़िक कंपोज़र के रूप में भी, म्यूज़िक टीचर के रूप में भी, पर उससे भी अधिक एक पैशनेट कला प्रेमी के रूप में। तो सौभाग्य है हमारा कि न्यू जर्सी में पार्थसारथी मुखोपाध्याय जी आज हमारे साथ हैं। आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है। नमस्ते।
नमस्ते नमस्ते, थैंक यू।
तो पार्थसारथी जी, हम सबका जीवन कहीं ना कहीं तो संगीत से जुड़ा होता ही है, लेकिन जिसने अपनी पहचान विशेष रूप से एक संगीतकार के रूप में बना ली हो, उससे पहले जिसको एक वैज्ञानिक के रूप में जाना गया हो और जिसने डीआरडीए में कार्य करते हुए राष्ट्रपति कलाम साहब के साथ में कुछ महत्वपूर्ण प्रोजेक्ट्स को संपादित किया हो, तो आप वहाँ चलें जहाँ आईआईटी के बाद में आप पहुँच गए थे डीआरडीए। एंड हाउ वर दोज डेज, और कुछ संस्मरण प्रेसिडेंट कलाम के साथ वाले।
Yeah, actually, I was oriented to music from my teenagers, and that time से संगीत से लगाव था. So, and Indian classical music के साथ. Then when I did my studies and then did my masters in IIT, then I went to DRDO, Defense R&D Organization, and I was posted in a lab called ITR, Interim Test Range in Chandipur. So there, as a scientist, I started my career, and in that connection, I came in connection with Dr. Kalam. That time, Dr. Kalam was the chairman of Integrated Guided Missile Development Project. We used to call it IGMDP. That is still called IGMDP. So I was closely involved in the Agni mission. When I started that time, Agni launching did not happen. It happened in '89. Then after I joined, and I had the great opportunity to take part in the first Agni mission as a mission controller, and followed by another two major Agni missions as a mission controller. Then I worked as mission controller of 6 Prithvi missions, so many Trishul missions, and so many other missions. So I had a 10 years career in DRDO, and somehow Dr. Kalam started liking me very much. He was a kind of person that who used to feel more attached with the actual working youth group, and that was the key of his success. He used to treat all of us like his own son, though he was not married, but we used to feel he is like a father figure, like a person. And I still remember when I was working as a mission controller, and that's a very high tense job, because you are sitting in a chair, you have some 8 to 10 displays in front of you, you have 12 to 14 communication channel parallelly running on your ears, and you have a big glass panel behind you, and behind that you name who is sitting: defense minister, defense secretary, army, navy, air force chief. So you feel a big load on your shoulder. It's a big pressure. So the way he used to relieve us, he used to visit us and say, okay, you're doing great. And if people are crowding behind me, he used to say, no, I think Mukho, he knows what to do. So please let him do peacefully.
So
he was such a great person.
Let me interrupt you and maybe go with more specifics of any interaction with not President at that time, but we refer to him as President Kalam, where you felt that this was unique perspective of life which he was sharing through interaction, or like some people would blame others, some people would encourage if something happens. So I understand there might have been instances where you were vulnerable, like You meaning not just you, but anyone. Yeah.
No, even me also. So that was very unique quality of Dr. Kalam, and that got infused to anyone working with him. I have never seen him criticizing anyone openly. I don't know what he used to do behind the door, maybe possible. But his complete attitude of interacting with people was so friendly, and not only that, I was feeling that now I feel that time I was actually very young. I was 27, 28 years, 26 years I started working with him. So now I realize seeing him working in IGMDP field is as if like seeing Lord Krishna in the Kurukshetra war. The way he used to easily mobilize everyone with his personality and with his knowledge. I will tell you a very small story.
Please.
One day I was going out of the campus with Dr. Kalam, sitting in the car. He was there in the back, I was in the front, next to the driver's seat. Suddenly he called me, he told Mukho, he used to call me Mukho, there's Mukhopadhyay, the short name he used to call me Mukho. So Mukho, can you ask him to stop? So I told driver to please stop. Then he opened the window and called the person who opened the gate. So that person came running. He was a military army person who was on deputation in DRDO. So he came and stood up by the side of the car with a big salute, and he told, sir, then Dr. Kalam told, how is your wife? Then that person was so impressed, he was almost about to cry. Well, sir, with your grace, he is fine and all these things. Thank you. Then we were going to the guest house. Then I asked Dr. Kalam, sir, what is the issue? Then he told, no, last year when I came, I was sitting in the security gate to clear some of the items, and this person told me his wife was not well, something happened, and I referred him to the army hospital doctor. So I just wanted to know how she is. So I was so amazed. Within this 1 year, he might have met another 1 million people like him. And he remembers. He remembers that particular person. He remembers what happened to your wife, his wife, and he's. So you see, with this kind of small behavior, you win everyone's heart.
Absolutely. And I think how you treat people who are not going to do anything for you makes who you are in terms of your character is what we hear, and that's evident.
And I'm sure this kind of behavior cannot be done professionally. It has to come from your heart.
Right.
So this thing used to come from your heart because he used to love people.
So now let us talk about your heart, Parthji. And you loved being a scientist and you loved being a musician. But when you came to America, what was it that you had in mind? Were you thinking about Bharatiya Kala Kendra that you have established, founded here, or you wanted to pursue the same career as a scientist in America? What was going on at that time?
Truly speaking, I want to be very honest. I don't want to draw any rosy picture about my venture in the USA. No. I came simply as an event which is called brain drain. I accept. We were from IIT, and a lot of my friends landed here in this country. They have their different reasons, and they were all enjoying this country very much, and I also enjoyed the country. Now, after coming here, they were all calling me, hey Partha, come in, we are all here, what are you doing there, and blah, blah, blah. Then one day I started thinking, and though I was working in that great premier organization, but you know, people, a lot of young boys from our time, nowadays boys are there very aware about the world, very aware about what is happening where. We were from suburban towns, small towns, we were actually not that exposed. We were not knowing actually what great thing we are really involved into. We have not seen the outside world. I directly came from university to DRDO, and I didn't know that what great it is. So when all my friends started calling, I told, why not to go to USA? and I just ended up here. Then I slowly realized the kind of mental tuning with which I was brought up, and I am a kind of person. This country is great, but all the great thing does not shoot with me. And it's not aligned with me properly.
Okay, so let us go where you
Then
are
I
aligned.
started Bharatiya Kala Kendra. Then I thought, if I start this thing, if I spend my time with the children and others who want to learn music, and I was actually singing in Cuttack Radio Center at the time. So in Chandipur, Balasore area, I was very well-known singer. I had my own group, my own small school there. So I thought, why not to restart that thing here? Then I may feel my satisfaction in a different way. And that thing happens.
Okay, so I want to request you to share your favorite song or bhajan. But even before that, being a singer and being a music teacher are two different roles. How is the experience for you? You like performing more or teaching more?
Teaching more.
And why?
Performing, I have done a lot of performing, but when I see a little kid singing a song taught by me, and he or she is trying to follow the footsteps what I have shown, it is a tremendous satisfaction. Means singing in the best stage of the world cannot give that satisfaction. When my students they sing, and when I see my image in them, that's a different achievement.
And Paji, the day that we are talking, we have just passed colorful festival Holi, and all our art forms are aligned with invocation of the divine. And is there any bhajan that comes to your mind which has its
Oh yeah.
holy
There is a very nice traditional bhajan on Holi. Right. So I can sing a couple
Please,
of lines of that.
I appreciate that, yes.
Sundar natvar Sham Sundar natvar Sham होली खेलन को आए संग चलत राधा प्यारी संग चलत राधा प्यारी देखत सब ब्रिज की नारी सुंदर नट वर
You sing so well. I
Thank you.
feel like rather not
So
talk
this
and
is-
have you sing more for our viewers. So let me
और
ask.
दो लाइन गा देते इसका
Please.
ब्यूटीफुल लाइन है
जी.
उड़त आविर गुलाल देत रंग भरी पिचकारी वृंदावन लाल लाल वृंदावन लाल लाल वृंदावन लाल लाल मेरत सब कुमार कानाई सुंदर नट वर श्याम
Wow, 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 wow.
Thank you.
So listening to Parthda makes you meditative. आप वहाँ पहुँच जाते हैं जहाँ एक बहुत मधुर मौन आपके अंदर का खिल जाता है, और इसी मौन का थोड़ा सा और स्वाद हमें मिले ऐसी प्यास रखते हुए, जो हमारे अधिकतर शास्त्रीय गायन है, तो श्री कृष्ण का स्वरूप कहीं ना कहीं चित्रकला हो, संगीत हो, काव्य हो, सबको प्रेरित करता है. तो एक और भजन आप थोड़ा यदि सुनाएं.
हाँ ज़रूर. उसका पहले श्री कृष्ण जी के बारे में क्यों श्री कृष्ण जी इज़ ए मोस्ट पॉपुलर टॉपिक इन इंडियन सिंगिंग। आज देखिए, आज मीरा जी और मीराबाई जी और तुलसीदास जी को अगर हटा देंगे तो 80% कला चला जाएगा, बिकॉज मोस्ट ऑफ द सॉन्ग्स आर बेस्ड ऑन दीज टू कॉन्सेप्ट्स। कृष्ण जी इज so popular because we have 9 kind of emotions, basic emotions, what we consider in Indian classic. Navaras बोलते उसको। उसका साथ another 2 types of emotion बाद में अभिनव गुप्ता बोल के another musicologist he added. So 11 emotion अगर सोचे तो उसमें सबसे अच्छा, सबसे पॉपुलर, सबसे टची 2 इमोशंस होता है, एक श्रृंगार और एक कारुण्य, मतलब सैडनेस एंड रोमांस। ये दोनों सबसे ज़्यादा टच करता है ह्यूमन बीइंग को, एंड कृष्ण जी इज द ब्लेंड ऑफ बोथ, एंड along with that he has the beer rush. So you have the bravery, you have the romance, you have the pathos, you have the sadness of detachment, and you have the satisfaction of reattachment. So इतना कुछ एक कैरेक्टर में है, that's why it's so popular.
क्या बात। तो
एक मीरा जी का एक भजन है, तो बसो मोरे नैनन में नंदलाल। सो नंदलाल कृष्ण जी हमारा, शी इज प्रेइंग दैट ही शुड सिट इन माय आईज सो दैट आई शुड नॉट हैव टू सर्च हिम एवरीवेयर। तो इसका धुन मैंने बैठाया था, बसो मोरे नैनन में नंदलाल, मोहन मूर्ति सावरी सूरत, नैन बने हो विशाल, मोरे नैनन में नंदलाल।
क्या बात, क्या बात। बसो मोरे नैनन में नंदलाल। और जो गायन की बात है और शास्त्रीय गायन, जब आप अमेरिका में बच्चों को सिखा रहे होते हैं तो उसमें कुछ और एडिशनल चैलेंजेस आ जाते हैं, क्योंकि जो एक कल्चरल एम्बियंस है यहाँ का, तो कई बातें ऐसी हैं जो आप भारत में सोचते हैं ये तो इसको पता ही होगा, वो यहाँ पे बच्चों को कई बार नहीं भी पता होती है। आपने
एग्जैक्टली, इसीलिए माई अप्रोच इज स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम द रूट। मैं अगर 1 घंटा का क्लास होता है तो उसमें 30-35 मिनट मेरा स्टोरीज होता है।
अच्छा।
सो मैं बच्चों को बोलता हूँ, अगर तुम मीराबाई का भजन भूल जाओ, मैं इतना गुस्सा नहीं करूँगा। आई विल बी वेरी एंग्री इफ यू फॉरगेट हु इज मीराबाई। वो पहले पता होना चाहिए कौन मीराबाई थे, कौन सा कॉन्टेक्स्ट में ऐसा गाना लिखे थे, उनका एनवायरनमेंट था। आई टोल्ड देम स्टोरीज ऑफ राजस्थान, आई टोल्ड देम एट दैट पीरियड ऑफ मुगल, एंड देन मीराबाई का लाइफ का बारे में, एंड ऑन अंडर व्हाट कॉन्टेक्स्ट शी हैज़ रिटन दिस सॉन्ग। सो ये ज़्यादा, एंड अगला दिन जब मैं पूछता हूँ कि गाना तुम कैसे तैयारी किया, आई आस्क दोज क्वेश्चंस फर्स्ट। सो वो पहले याद रहना चाहिए। Then I give them study notes to study about the different great musical personalities. वो environment यहाँ पे तैयार करना पड़ता है। And
पार्थ जी, आप बहुत सारी विधाओं के साथ जुड़े रहे हैं, आपने कई महत्वपूर्ण कार्यक्रमों का आयोजन भी किया है। भारतीय कला केंद्र की जो यात्रा आपकी अब तक रही है, हाउ डू यू फील इन टर्म्स ऑफ द लेवल ऑफ सेटिस्फैक्शन व्हाट यू एस्पायर्ड टू अकम्प्लिश by founding Bharatiya Kala Kendra? From that, if you look back and you feel maybe I could have done better if there was more support or things like that, like how would you respond?
Yeah, definitely वो तो याद में आता है, उसमें आता ही है, but my journey is little bit more difficult because I don't go in the path of so-called easy entertainment or easy popularity, because you see, this is my passion and my earning field is completely different, as you know. I work here in the financial sector as in reputed company, so my earning is different. Now this is my passion. Now in my passion, if I am not truthful and honest to myself, then passion होने का कोई मतलब ही नहीं होता है. Passion is a very pure feeling. So इस रास्ते में मैं जब जाता हूँ कि my objective is to build these children with a proper touch of Indian culture, Indian heritage, and not only थोड़ा सा एक दो Bollywood गाना का साथ नाच लिया. Bollywood is not wrong. I personally sing lot of Bollywood songs, but that is not the only thing. वो थोड़ा सा ऊपर का चीज जो हो जाता है, they don't get the feel of the actual source of the culture जहाँ से वो आता है.
बहुत सुंदर आपने कहा है.
जैसा एक एग्जाम्पल मैं बोलता हूँ आपको, जैसा अलबेला सजना
बिल्कुल
is a song based on raga Ahir Bhairav. Now people, if they don't know what is Ahir Bhairav and why the raga was created, what is the feel of that raga, the raga's feel is called Sandhi Prakash. When the dawn has just started, it is still dark, stars are not visible, that time of the raga, the notes are created that way. And you see the song says Albela Sajan Ayure, untimely that person has come when it is already night is past. So ये जो मेल बंधन होता है दोनों चीज का, लिरिक्स एंड ट्यून एंड कॉन्सेप्ट का, ये सब चीज ध्यान में रखे अगर ये चल पाए बच्चे लोग. अलबेला सजन आयो रे मोरे यत मन सुख पायो रे अलबेला सजन आयो रे मंगल गावो चौक पुरावो मोरा मन तपायो रे अलबेला सजन आयो रे.
क्या बात है पाल जी, आप इतना अच्छा गाते हैं.
You see, my emotion of singing is completely different than the other two songs. अब सुबह सुबह उठ के अब आसमान देख रहा है कि तारे दिख नहीं रहे, थोड़ा सा रोशनी है, उस टाइम में यू कैन नॉट सिंग ए सॉन्ग विथ लाउड वॉइस. नो, दुनिया में, पूरा दुनिया में सुनसान है, कोई शब्द नहीं है, अपना शब्द भी वैसा ही होना चाहिए.
तो समापन की तरफ बढ़ते बढ़ते हमारी बातचीत के पारसी, बहुत संक्षेप में, ब्रीफली इफ यू शेयर योर प्रोसेस ऑफ कंपोजिंग any song or how that creative process works in you. As people say that I get inspired in the morning or when this happens, what's your relationship as far as composition, music composing is concerned?
Because I write the songs also. One thing I sometimes feel sentimentally bad about the lyricist. Most of the time lyrics का ऊपर से रोलर चला जाता है. तो lyricist का जो सोच है वो म्यूजिक कंपोजर ध्यान नहीं देते, उसका ऊपर एक जबरदस्त ट्यून चढ़ा जाता है.
तो क्या समय की सीमा को देखते हुए पाल जी आप अपना लिखा हुआ एक गाने की एक दो पंक्तियां यदि सुनाए, कुछ आपकी बात स्पष्ट हो जाएगी.
But I write in Bengali.
Okay, no problem. Let's hear in Bengali.
Okay, so it's a folk style of tuning, which says that we have tried to create our life with lot of this and that, lot of tie-up and lot of ornamentation, but actually it is a very false weaving. When that person pulls one string, everything comes out.
Beautiful.
So, যত অন্ধি ফন্দি সন্ধি, যত বন্ধি ফন্দি সন্ধি করে বেঁধেছিলাম জীবনটাকে গুরু তোমার এক টানেতে, ও গুরু গুরু তোমার এক টানেতে, আলগা সুত খুলে আসে, অন্ধি ফন্দি সন্ধি, যত বন্ধি সন্ধি ফন্দি করে।
क्या बात है।
পাখি ধরার ব্যবসা আমার, আপনি ওড়ার নেই কো ডানা, চাই শত রঙের বাহার, নীল আকাশে মন ভরে না, সুসময়ের সদা করি, সময় বেচায় নাগ পাশে, অন্ধি ফন্দি সন্ধি, যত বন্ধি ফন্দি সন্ধি করে।
क्या बात है, क्या बात है। सो नाइस पार्थसारथी मुखोपाध्याय जी, it is a blessing to have
Thank you.
you with us.
Oh, it is great to come to this place, really. इतना अच्छा जगह है, स्पेशली आप। आपको देख के गाना आ जाता है।
अरे बहुत सुंदर आपने कहा। तो ये जो एक आनंद है जो भारतीय शास्त्रीय संगीत के साथ बहता है, उस बहाव को आत्मसात करके हम तक लाने वाले साधक बहुत ही बिरले होते हैं। और जितनी तैयार और जितनी सादगी और जितनी सौम्यता और जितनी गहराई और जितना ठहराव, सब कुछ सुरों के साथ ऐसे पावन संबंध बनाने वाले पार्थसारथी जी के अंदर है। तो बहुत दूर तक आपकी आवाज़ जाए, बहुत लोग उसका आनंद लें, ऐसी कामना के साथ में। विज्ञान संगीत कहाँ मिलते हैं साथ साथ, तो पार्थ जी उसका एक बहुत सुंदर उदाहरण है। फिर उनसे कभी और मुलाकात हो, ऐसी प्रार्थना उनसे करते हुए हमारे साथ इस रसमय बातचीत में साथ देने के लिए आपका आभार। अशोक व्यास को अनुमति दें। नमस्कार।
नमस्ते।